once again, everybody. It's Wolf Johnson. I hope everybody's doing well today. Back with another reaction video. This time we're looking at Ren and Chinchilla, How to Be Me Live. This one has been requested multiple times in the comments section. Thank you so much for all the engagement and discussion. I keep saying this in every video. I'm trying to get back to all the comments, but they're adding up, and it's getting tough to get back to everybody. So I will still continue to try and reach out, at least to thank you for your time. But if I don't get back to you, it's not that I've ignored you. I've probably read it. I just haven't had the time to, give you a sincere answer. But in the interim, let's get into this one. Ren is always so fascinating. And Chinchilla on the last one that we listened to, I forget what it was called. Chalk Outlines. Fantastic. Amazing voice. Let's get it.
1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, 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 I don't feel safe in this bed. There are voices in my head. I've been talking to the dead, and the fear baptized me. My kingdom turned to dust, and I watched all my riches rust. Have I lost the Midas touch, or do sad eyes blind me? Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me home, and it suffocates me. I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know is I forgot how to be me. I don't feel safe in these halls. There are bruises on the walls. There are bodies in the floors, and they breathe so loudly. I wish I could move, get up and walk right out this tomb. Do our saviors die too soon? For my sins surround me. Over and over we go, over the hills and the valleys below. Oh, and it follows me, and it suffocates me. I can't breathe. I said, oh, I can't breathe. All I know gave up the fight. A quick decision late in the night that stayed with me for all of my life. I miss you so.
Every Ren song is so vastly different. The format, the delivery, his voice is always so different. As if it's a theme, and it's uncommon to see a single artist step so cleanly between, through, and over genres. And assuming this is about a suicide, recently, a friend of mine, like 3 years ago, he commits suicide, and his kids found him, his young kids. I've dealt with depression a lot in my life, probably the bulk of my life. I think I still am, actually. This song, how it's arranged and performed, everything, it maps to that pretty accurately. The feeling of depression. Because for the most part, at the start of the song, it's quiet. It builds, but it's quiet, and there's still a strength in that tenderness. It's sort of like depression, from my experience, anyways. How it builds and builds and gets louder and louder and louder, and you're even okay. You're even okay in those times. You just cope with it, but suddenly everything feels as though it's falling apart. Things that you've loved become meaningless. Everything becomes like gray. There's no value to anything, even yourself. But you're cognizant and you're still navigating through your life. But you're looking at things that you once prized, and they just don't have the same shine as they used to. So he said something about kingdoms turn to dust, I think, and riches rust. That, to me, correlates to the struggles of depression. And how it builds and builds and then stops. I've been saying recently how I've become like a night owl, and I'll be up late through the early morning working on writing or something, and every time when 2 a.m. rolls around, it feels like I'm the only person alive on the planet. It's the darkest, it's the quietest, it's the saddest. Even though there is a sense of relief to it, that void, it's even though objectively I'll be at peace, it's quiet, nothing is happening to me, I'm not engaging in anything at that point. It's the saddest. Whereas throughout the day, let's say I am having a severe, heavy kind of struggle with depression and negative thoughts, it's almost like an active battle that wears on you physically and psychologically. but it builds and it builds and it builds, and it can have built throughout the day. But when it stops, when everything is quiet, it's just really sad. And I don't know why that is. Because you're just left with, I don't know. Or maybe that's the manifestation of how you feel. When you're depressed, you can be around people, but feel alone. And maybe it's in those 2 a.m. mornings where I realize, okay, now I'm actually alone. Does anybody else have that issue with 2 a.m.? So those stops between those choruses, like, I can lean into that and feel like it resonates with how I experience depression, between how the vocal kind of builds. Even when it's quiet, it's still contextually about depression and sadness and the struggle. And it gets louder and overwhelming. And as it continues to remain consistently overwhelming, that's when, you start looking at some dark options. I just don't know what to say. Other than it's like it's another Ren. I would have not expected not to feel something. I always feel something with Ren's. Very like, it's dawning upon me. I said that in the last video. Like, I start to get his brilliance now, but my goodness, radically different from his other songs. And he's such a gentle vocal delivery in this. And Chinchilla as well. Because she starts off very gentle, but when she starts to mount on that and come with power in her voice, it's chilling and heartbreaking. I need to sit with my thoughts for a bit. This is, thank you for recommending this song to me. It's good. It's so good that I'm sad. Thank you for watching.